So it's Assata Israel with another daily doce dose. So I was just laying right here thinking about just life in general. And gratitude is really the attitude. Like, cause I'm gonna say this because P&B Rock was I loved his music. I still do. Like, that's a whole part of my teenhood. Okay, like listening to his music, and it's like to see a young legend like that just leave so effortlessly. It's like, whoa, because it make you look at life differently. We tend to take for granted the small things in life, like some things in life you can't get back at all. Like, we got to be appreciative of what we do have and be willing to utilize that as our stepping stone, not abusing it because we have it. Like, it like what's in my head right now is this video I just watched. Like, this man, he was sitting right there playing 2K, being unattentive to his daughter. He took the top of a bottle and put it on top of the Enfamil bottle and was allowing her to feed herself all of that. And it's like, you have to appreciate the small things in life. But him taking time out his day, like, he's not doing anything important, but taking time out your day to attend to a child that you helped make. Like, that is an underrated blessing that a lot of people don't get to have. And it's like, to see that video, then to hear that this man, he's leaving behind two young daughters. Like, black men, you have to do better, because like, you don't get a second chance at some things. Like, anything can happen. Like, black women have to do better too. Like, I'm not putting no woman on no pedestal at all. But men set the tone. Women create the atmosphere. So if these men are setting the tone of being unattentive, disrespectful, and just unloving, then that's the atmosphere that these women, that us women are living in. And that's not fair to the children that's growing up in this world and seeing us act the ass. Because I read this quote, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. It said, and I've been saying this, oh my God, I've been saying this. Like, they say, eventually your kids are going to find out exactly who you are. So make sure that you are being someone that they can remember you by and brag on you about. Brag on you type shit. Like, if you know that you are a fucked up person, eventually once your kids get a certain age, they're going to see that. And then they're going to treat you that way. And then they're going to become that as well. Because they are a direct reflection of you. So it's like, if you spilling hate or belittling these children or being unattentive and all of that towards these kids and towards yourself, then think about the world that you're creating for these kids. Whereas opposed to what I said for myself, like, I don't have kids yet. And I'm grateful, because when I do, they're going to be proud of their mom. Because what I'm doing with my life, I'm going to make sure that they get the life that they deserve. They're able to have the opportunities that they deserve, no matter where they come from. Like, because a lot of people think that just because you live in the hood, that you got to walk around with a hood on your head and living in a smoky mirror. No, we don't have to live like that. And we need to stop teaching these children that that's all that comes from the hood. Like, no, we make the world that these kids live in as adults. And if we aren't willing to do that legwork to make sure that they have better opportunities, then when they get older and they look at us, they gonna put their middle finger up at us, and I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna be with them. If I know that I didn't do what I was supposed to do with my destiny, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm gonna do that to myself too, because it's like, how are you like, what am I trying to say? How are you of value to anyone if you aren't fulfilling the purpose in which you were called for? We were all put on this earth for a reason. But if we are just sitting right here blatantly disrespecting each other, doing everything spiraling that takes us spiraling down to death, then how can we ever see the mountaintop at the top? How can we ever create a future that these kids can live in? Like, that ain't even what I'm trying to say. Like, this word got me kind of like, I'm not confused. I'm just not thinking straight. We have to create. We are the narrators of our future. We can literally write in stone, write in on a pen, on a paper, and create the life that we want to live. And it's like, as adults, I'm 22 years old. I can do that. I have the ability to go to the library and fill my head up with the necessary knowledge so that I can create a better future for myself and my future descendants. And even my living descendants. Because, like, even though my little cousins, my siblings, they're not directly out of my womb, they are directly connected to my womb. And it's like, who I am is a direct reflection of who they are. And it's like, I have to be a real model for them, because who will? This this man just lost his life eating a meal, all for some jewelry, all because he's famous and well known and people like there's no way that our eyes can get that green to where we can hate on another person to take their life, knowingly that they are a father, knowingly that that is another black man, knowingly that we all living in a fucked up world to where that seemed to be okay in other people's eyes. Like, that's what we have to realize. Like, they want us to kill off each other. That's what they want us to do. Because the moment we start killing off each other, senselessly, because that makes no sense. Because a lot of people be like, Street Fighters, it has purpose. No, it don't. It's senseless. A black man killing another black man, that's senseless. Because you're not even fighting the right enemy. They want us to fucking kill each other. So then that way, all the people that hold the knowledge are gone. And then that's how they make more slaves. That's how they control. If all the elders and all the people that are willing to teach God's word are gone, who's going to guide the kids and tell them about who they are? Think about it. If we all been lied to our whole life and we all get wiped off the face of the earth, and only thing is left is these kids, who are going to tell them who they are so that they don't go through what our ancestors went through 500 years ago? You got to think about shit like that. That's why we have to teach them and stop belittling them. Yes, they are little people, but remember the second word, they are people. Just like we are. We are all humans. They are little humans. We are all humans. We're supposed to teach them how to be a human. That first comes with you learning how to be a human and realizing the real lies with your real eyes. Making an effective and efficient use of your daily 24 hours. You can't be afraid to do these things. You can't be afraid to say these things because they want you to shut up. They want to put a muzzle on your mouth so that you don't say these type of things. That's why I don't care that I don't get no views on my page and shit, because I know I'm doing God's work. Because it's not about getting views. It's about being real and preaching the word. Now, I'm not talking about no preacher in no church, because those are the biggest sellouts. Those are the first sellouts of our people. I'm talking about us regular ass people standing up for what we believe in and creating a better future. Because there's no fucking way that these kids should inherit our fucking trauma. We lived in a fucked up world. In my opinion, it's worse than it was 500 years ago. At least 500 years ago, they knew who the enemy was. Now, we act like we don't know who the fucking enemy is. When every fucking day we spending their fucking dollars with their fucking face on it. I'm not talking about no white man. I'm not. I'm talking about those that demon of gluttony, that demon of pride, that demon of lust, that demon of wrath, that demon of sloth, that demon of the other two. Shit. You know what the fuck they are. I'm not finna pick my brain to see which ones I already called out. Hell no, I forgot. But that, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. Those 7 deadly demons. Those 7 deadly sins of self. Because everybody want to talk about the Bible and shit, but nobody want to talk about the 7 deadly sins. They want to practice them. They want to be envious. They want to be prideful. They want to be lustful. They want to be gluttony. They want to be angered all the time. They want to confuse people. They want to do all of that shit. You want to practice all of this shit, but you want to claim the 10 commandments talking about honor your mother, your father, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not blah, blah, blah. Like, who the fuck cares what thou should not do if all you doing is practicing these 7 deadly sins and spilling that hate onto everybody? You can sit right here and preach those 10 commandments, but if you embody the 7 deadly sins of self, then who are you? Who are you to be listened to? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. This message don't just go to the people out there that's listening. This goes to me as well. Because we are all one. I am you. I am a direct reflection of you. I'm just saying what somebody needs to tell you. Like, this world makes me so fucking mad that everybody want to judge the next motherfucker for their decisions and shit like that. Like, you didn't just make that same decision. That's how you know that it's a bad decision. Like, come on now. Everybody want to give opinions about something, but they never had that experience for real. And they going off of what other people say about it, instead of listening to the person that experienced it and understanding why they made that decision. Like, I cannot stand, oh my God, I cannot stand this fucking world sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, I ain't leaving this motherfucker until I change it. That, trust and believe that. But this shit makes me fucking mad. Like, this, like, Assata's Corner is a diary of a mad black woman. Like, for real, like, I cannot stand this fucking world. It's so many fucking haters. Like, for what though? We all off the same continent, onto the same boat. Just like Rhapsody said in the on the album Eve. Like, but I'm gonna leave this at that. Peace and love.